And now to Ondo State, where a fire outbreak has destroyed property worth millions of naira in an area of Akure, the Ondo State capital. Though the cause of the fire could not be immediately ascertained, some residents of the area have blamed it on past search. Ayodeji Moradi, your reports, and after this report, we'll bring you updates in business and sports. Stay with us.
The people of Ajipowo area of Akure South local government area of Ondo State were shocked when a building in the area was destroyed by fire. The cause of the fire could not be immediately ascertained as residents struggled to put out the inferno. Property worth millions of naira were destroyed by the fire. The arrival of the firefighters could not salvage the situation as the building went up in flames. Some residents who spoke with TVC News blamed the incident on electricity surge. They urged the state government to decentralize the state fire service to make it more efficient.
In the city room, watching television, that I heard para. I rushed to my room. I continue drop water. I share water around to fi mugba, to fi mawo. I don't.
Send the place. We were running excavator, carrying water. Then we keep on calling the firefighters to come to our aid. I think the best solution is for the government, to decentralize this fire people, because the damage has been done.
Well, we were in the church there. We just discovered that we saw the smoke up there, and we are about rounding up. And immediately we round up, everybody just rushed down. But on getting there, we just discovered the last room there. There was a heavy fire outbreak there.
Officials of the fire service said they responded to the distress call on time and was able to prevent the fire from spreading to other houses in the area.
We were called upon, immediately we turned out. And immediately we turned out, we were on their speed down here, concerning the occupants before they will call on us. So they might have been trying their efforts to put off the fire.
The victims are left with nothing but to count their losses. Ayodeji Moradi, TVC News, Akure.
The Presidential Election Petition Court has reserved judgment in the petition of the Allied People's Movement seeking disqualification of President Bola Tinubu from the February the 25th presidential election on ground of unlawful nomination. The court adjourned its verdict indefinitely after parties in the matter adopted their final addresses seeking various requests. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Area reports.
The Allied People's Movement is praying the court to nullify the election of President Tinubu on grounds that his vice presidential candidate Kashim Shettima unlawfully allowed himself to be nominated twice for the two different constituencies. The vice president has been nominated by the All Progressives Congress APC as a candidate for Borno Central Senatorial District and was later nominated by the same party as vice presidential candidate following the withdrawal of one Kebiru Masari, who was the initial vice presidential candidate. The grounds of the APM's petition was that the vice president and the APC breached the Electoral Act by engaging in alleged double nomination. At today's proceedings, where final addresses were adopted, APM through its counsel asked the court to evoke relevant laws to nullify the nomination of Tinubu and Shettima on the ground of unlawful, illegal, and unjustifiable nomination. However, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), which is the first respondent in the petition, prayed the court to dismiss the petition for lacking in merit. APC, represented by Lateef Fagbemi, asked the court to dismiss the petition on all grounds for being frivolous, irritating, and unwarranted. In the same vein, the president and the vice president, represented by Wole Olanipekun, argued that the APM's petition ought not to have been filed in the first instance and demanded its outright dismissal. Mr. Olanipekun told the court that the petition ought to have been withdrawn honorably. Immediately, the Supreme Court made pronouncement on no party has the right to dabble into how another party nominates its candidate for elective offices. Shortly after the proceedings, the presiding justice of the court, Justice Haruna Samani, adjourned judgment indefinitely. Justice Samani told counsellors in the court that they will be communicated once judgment is ready. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.
And to other stories, over the years, Ondo village in Nasarawa State is known for peace and friendliness to both strangers and locals, but the peaceful nature of that community is now being threatened. This is because of a tussle over mining rights between two companies, and for their safety, the community wants the Chinese companies to cease operations. Sifon Essien reports.
The youths of Ondo village in Nasarawa State have had enough of a tussle between two companies over rights to a mining site. They are out to resist further operations by the companies owned by Chinese nationals until the rift between them is sorted out. But they are outnumbered by the security operatives at the mine. Our camera is not allowed to come closer to the scene. The struggle is one the youths have vowed not to give up on. The agrarian community has lithium in commercial quantity. The soft silvery white alkali metal has several industrial applications. It can be used in the production of lithium batteries.
These are foreigners who come to our land without consent, without a proper license. They are being guided by soldiers, guided by DSS.
The Chinese companies got a lease from the landowners and licenses from the authorities to operate the mine.
Last year, in July, we signed an agreement with one company to allow them to use our land for mining. But another company showed up and made us sign another agreement with them under duress. But we no longer want any of them on our land.
Companies owned by Chinese nationals are extensively involved in mining across Nigeria.
Both Wawan and Gafen, leave it. The two of them leave the site because it's the one caused all this confusion. That's what Baba wants now, and all of us, that's what we want.
On this day, an effort by the community to resolve the issue fails. Now, there are concerns things could get even worse.
You don't have legal license, you don't have legal consent. Even if you purported to have a consent, that consent was defective. The rules for getting any consent, any license, you must have the consent of the community.
Although the youths have resolved to get the companies to resolve their differences or stop mining operations, there are fears there could be a breakdown of law and order. Sifon Essien, TVC News, Nasarawa.